Cheesecago town, the cops just get the run around. Wham bam, cat foul, who's gonna help us now? Call the feds, the people cry, these bad guys got no alibi. Is there a crime buster in the house? Call for Elliot Mouse. No baloney, this guy's no phony, honest to the bone. Strap on the gas mask, trap that fat cat, Catone.
Unbeatable, incorruptible, the untouchables.
Well, hello there,
Mouse.
No one walks these streets at night. The sirens wail and bullets fly. We need a little justice now. Call for Elliot Mouse. We live in fear of cheese racketeers.
Reach for the sky.
But we've got tough guys on our side, so kiss your cats goodbye.
Incredible.
Incredible.
Unbribable.
Unbribable.
The untouchable.
The untouchable. It's Elliot Mouse in old Cheesecago.
Here we are outside one of the greatest landmarks in Cheesecago. And every weekend it's packed to capacity by the good citizens of the borough who flock here to enjoy one of their all-time favorite sporting occasions, the greyhound races. The fans would bet so much money that the moolah changing hands caught the attention of Catone himself. But despite all the efforts of that evil kingpin of crime to make sure that the dog he bet on would be the winner, his favored greyhounds were beaten time and time again in the most astonishing ways. The reason for these failures was that this business was in the hands of his main rival, Dog Moran, another enemy of decency who'd been fixing the races for a long time without anybody managing to guess how he was doing it. Enraged by his own losses, Catone used his newspapers to attack Moran and accuse him of fraud. Things were getting so bad that Elliot Mouse and his untouchables were asked to team up with the Gaming Commission to try and resolve the matter.
Agent Mouse, I'd like to introduce Agent Robert Camembert. I'm delighted to meet you at long last, Mr. Mouse. I've heard a lot about you and your untouchables. I've just flown in from New Gruyere, and I hope we're going to work well together.
Sure, Mr. Camembert. Any idea how Moran fixes the races?
Well, we followed Moran, his employees, and his henchmen at the dog track for months without finding anything. In fact, it's true to say we don't have a clue, I'm afraid.
What about his movements? Tell me, Agent Camembert, what exactly does Moran do when he arrives at the track?
He gets there before the races start, Agent Mouse, and places his bets. Then he wins hands down. It's as simple as that. It's all we have.
That's not a lot to go on, so what's your theory, Agent Camembert, huh?
Well, Chief, if neither Moran or his henchmen are speaking to anyone personally at the track, the only way they can be carrying out this scam is via telephone from the hotsy doggy. That's my theory.
Telephone, huh? Yeah, okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll rent an apartment with the same telephone exchange as the hotsy doggy. Then we'll be able to follow all of Moran's telephone calls from there, okay?
We're in luck. I happen to know that they've only just opened a brand new luxury apartment building on the same street, gentlemen.
That's great, Wilson.
There's a race tomorrow, so if we manage to get everything organized in time, there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to find out exactly how Moran's doing all this. Come on, huh?
We'll catch Moran by joining forces.
Is there something wrong, Agent Gordon? Only you don't seem to be too happy with Agent Mouse's idea.
It ain't that, Chief. It's just that I'd rather work on an assignment where cheese was involved.
I wish you'd stop complaining, Gordon. Only 3 days ago, we recovered a shipment of stolen cheese, or had you forgotten all about that?
Okay.
Now, come on, Glutton. We got work to do. At least this time, you can't eat the evidence.
This apartment's perfect.
And there's a good view of the hotsy doggy from here. We can keep them under surveillance from this window.
And I sure wouldn't mind living in this apartment for the rest of our investigation.
Hey, look, you guys, there's even a button over here for ordering rations.
We'll organize the Edam later, Gordon. In the meantime, let's get down to our plan. Here's how it works. When it gets dark, Jack will climb the telegraph pole, find the line for this apartment while I cover him. Bob will stay in here talking on that telephone all the time. Okay with you, Bob?
Yes, sir. Whatever you say, Elliot.
Once we find it, it'll be up to you, Wilson. You and Gordon enter the hotsy doggy and act like a couple of real tough gangsters.
What?
Say what?
Tell Moran you got some cheese for him. Say that you stole it from Catone. That's sure to get his attention. Offer to sell it to him, and that way you'll win him over.
Wait up. Did you say cheese, Elliot? Hey, you want to know something? I think I'm beginning to like this case after all.
When Moran asks to see the cheese, as he's sure to, tell him that you have to make a phone call to make the proper arrangements. Then you call here, talk to Agent Camembert long enough for Jack to find the Hotsy Doggy line and connect the two phones together.
Hey, that's brilliant. Elliot, you're a genius.
But Moran knows what we look like, Elliot. How are we going to be able to run this con by him without us being recognized?
That's why I asked Deborah to come to the apartment. Come on in.
Wow, this is some pad you guys have got yourselves here.
Hey.
Well, come on, guys. Are you going to introduce your new colleague to me, or have I got to do that myself?
Oh, yeah, this is Agent Bob Camembert, who's just flown in from New Gruyere to help us. Say hi.
New Gruyere, huh? How interesting. And how are things on the East Coast?
Ah, not half as interesting as things are here now you've shown up, Miss Deborah. I'll show you my apartment, if you wish.
His apartment?
Yeah.
If you'd be so kind.
Uh-huh. I'm sorry to interrupt, Deborah, but we haven't much time.
Okay, all you ever think about is work. What have you got me over here for anyway?
We need to make Gordon and Wilson look like real tough gangsters. Do you think you can do that? I know it won't be easy.
That's no problem. Just leave it to me. I've known lots of gangsters in my time, so I know what they look like.
Hey, Jack, have you done it yet? Have you found them?
Can't hit anything yet.
Hello. I repeat, this is Agent Robert Camembert. Can you hear me, Jack? I repeat, can you hear me? Say, how are those two tough gangsters of ours coming along, Deborah?
Oh, they're coming along fine, Bob. In fact, they're almost done.
Do you have to put all that makeup on my eyes?
This is Robert Camembert calling. Come in, please. This is Agent Robert Camembert calling. Can you hear me now, Jack? Gordon and Wilson are all ready. I repeat, Gordon and Wilson are all ready.
Let's just try this one.
Ready. I repeat, Gordon and Wilson are all ready.
Connection's been made. I've got them, Elliot. Go ahead and give the signal.
That's it, Deborah. They've found us. We're on.
Okay, guys, now it's your turn, all right? Just look at me for a moment. I've never seen a tough as scary a pair of hoods in my life.
Oh, really? I think it's ridiculous. We'll never be able to fool Moran looking like this.
Ah, stop whining, Wilson. We got work to do. Now, come on.
There's a couple of characters to see you, boss. They say they got an interesting business proposition.
Oh, they have? Well, I'd better see what it's all about. Come with me, Clark. Your nose might be useful in telling me something about them.
All right, fellas, what's your poison?
2 mixed cocktails with the best cheese you've got.
We don't serve that garbage here.
You better get those drinks quick before I lose my patience with you, hairball.
Yeah, sure. Take it easy. I'll do it straight away.
You out of your mind? You want to get us knocked off?
Elliot said we had to act like real gangsters.
What's the business proposition you men have?
Well, it's like this, you see. We got ourselves a big cheese shipment.
Ah, I don't make my living by cheese smuggling, gentlemen. I'm afraid you've come to the wrong establishment.
Oh, sure. But what if I told you this cheese used to belong to Catone?
Go on.
What would you say if I told you we could leave Catone without any cheese at all? Totally cheeseless.
I'd make a deal with you right now.
Wait a minute. We gotta fix a price.
Oh, you'll get a good price, my friend, but only after I've seen the goods. Right?
Well, in that case, now use your telephone?
Of course.
Here you are, sir. It's best quality cheese, whichever one you want.
Hey, they look wonderful.
Clark's big nose say that him know these two characters from somewhere before, boss.
I don't think so, Clark. Not this time. I've never seen anyone with as much class as these fellas have.
Ah, is that you, Wilson? This is Bob Camembert speaking.
That's right, Bob. It's me, Wilson. I want you to let Elliot know that everything's going according to plan.
Okay, give the signal, Miss Deborah.
Oh, this is so exciting.
All right, okay, Jack, here we go. The party started.
Okay, let's just see if we're lucky.
Good. Okay, Wilson, I've given the signal. Now, you and I just gotta keep talking till they find us. How did everything go?
Moran swallowed the story hook, line, and cheddar, but I want Jack to get this thing over with as soon as he can.
You're back. I hear that dog Moran's a...
That's it. I've got it.
Okay, well done. I'll let the others know.
Elliot's waving his arms.
Okay, Wilson, the party's over. You can hang up now. Jack's found the connection. Get out of there as soon as possible.
Don't worry, we're already on our way, Bob. We can let you have it in 3 days, Moran.
3 days? You mean I gotta wait 3 days?
Well, my boss is superstitious, see? He don't like working on weekends. You see what I mean?
Very well, but don't try pulling a fast one on me. Now, how about a friendly game of poker?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I have to walk the boss's dog. But on another occasion, I'd be happy to.
Oh, hey, are we going already? I haven't even finished my cocktail.
Come on, Gordon. We did what we came here to do. Let's go.
Bravo, bravo.
Did everything go smoothly, fellas?
Oh, sure, except for Gordon, who nearly spoiled everything.
Aye, what? Come on, Wilson, stop exaggerating. I was just adding realism.
Well, I've got to go now, guys. Otherwise, I'll be late for my show.
I'm sorry I won't be able to hear you sing, Miss Deborah, but duty's duty, you know.
Oh, please, that's quite all right, Mr. Camembert, and thanks very much for the thought.
Well, can you beat that? She's never so understanding with me. Women, I just can't figure 'em.
Miss Deborah, I should be honored if you would consent to having dinner with me tomorrow night. That's if you don't have a prior engagement. I don't want to impose.
I accept gladly. Till tomorrow.
Until tomorrow, and thanks for your help.
Well, that's that. So what do we do now, Elliot?
Nothing, Jack. We just wait for Moran to use his phone. And hope he says something that'll justify the risk that we've taken tonight.
The phone hasn't rung all night.
What if we're too late and Moran's already gone ahead and fixed the race?
No, he'll wait until the last minute to see what bets are going down. This could be it.
Number 1, 20 to 1.
Hey, I think we got him. It's Moran.
None of those are any good to me. I want a dog with much longer odds and one that's going to win.
All right, number 5's going for 100 to 1.
100 to 1. That'll do fine. I just don't want the press down our throats this time.
All right, just remember, I'm the only one who stands to lose anything around here.
And I put up the money. Now, don't eliminate the other dogs too early.
Right, come on. We gotta get down the dog track and see how Moran fixes for his dog to win.
Come on, lazy bones. You and me have got work to do.
Why don't I stay behind to see if Moran talks to anyone else before going to the dog track?
Sure, why not? That's a good idea. All right, you guys, let's get going.
Wait for me!
Thanks for all your help, my friends. Get me the hotel mewing ticket.
Yeah? Come on, what is it?
Nitty, this is Bob Camembert. Moran's gonna bet on number 5.
Oh, that's good work, Bob. That was Bob, Senor Catone. Moran's on dog 5.
That's good. Now let's get down to the racetrack and place our bets.
I can't wait to see Moran's face when he sees we're winners, too.
I'd like to see Mousy's face if he knew he was helping us.
Your attention, please. The entrants for the next race are coming out onto the track. All world-class athletes, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, guys, spread out. We gotta cover the whole racetrack, and keep your eyes open for anything that looks remotely suspicious.
The runners are all in position. Ready, and they're off. It's number 6 in the lead, followed closely by number 7 and 2. It's still very tight at the moment, folks. Coming out of the bend, it's number 8. Number 8 is now in the lead. Number 2 is starting to drop back, with 5 bringing up the rear. Only 2 of them can keep up with number 6. At the back, 2 is falling behind and is passed by 5 on the bend.
What are you waiting for, you idiot?
This is incredible, ladies and gentlemen. 6, 7, and 8 in the final straight together.
Come on, my little beauties, on your way to 6, 7, and 8.
The 3 of them are coming in together, but wait a minute. It seems they're paying for their early pace, and number 5 is coming to steal it on the line. They'll never catch him now, and 5 is the winner.
Number 5! Number 5!
We won! How about that,
We won
boss?
on
We
number
won!
5!
Did you notice anything strange?
No, nothing.
No, neither did I. Why don't we take a look at the ticket window and see if anyone else had a win on the number 5 dog?
Here. Huh?
Hey, look, it's Al Catone.
It looks as though my luck is changing.
Sure, boss, for the better.
So Catone bet on 5, just like Moran.
Which means Catone also got the information about who was gonna win.
That's too much of a coincidence to have happened on the day that we also knew which duck was gonna win. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so who?
Camembert! Why, the dirty cheese rind!
Don't jump to conclusions. Tomorrow we'll be able to find out if he informed Catone. Now let's get down to the dressing rooms.
This isn't the first time this has happened to us. As soon as we reach the final straight, we all start itching like crazy, and so we can't continue running.
You sure it ain't fleas, fellas?
It ain't fleas. They've disinfected the racetrack several times and never found anything. That ain't the problem.
Oh, right, I understand. Okay, guys, thanks for your help. We won't trouble you again.
Well, what do you think now, Elliot?
Only one possibility I can think of, Wilson. What if someone out there was using train fleas?
Train fleas? Ah, you're joking.
Think about it, Jack. It makes perfect sense. They've never found them on the track because someone's always taken them away, and they only ever attack certain dogs in the final straight, right?
That's impossible, Elliot. Someone have to be very close to the dogs to use those fleas, and we've checked all over the track.
Huh? Hey, just look at that hair. Don't you think it's a bit old for this kind of work?
Huh?
Huh?
Hey, now, wait a minute. That hair would be the closest to the greyhounds.
That's right, Elliot. And he'd always have a good view of the runners going around the track so he'd know which dogs to eliminate.
Gordon, that's terrific. You're a genius, kid.
Well, that's very kind of you, Elliot.
Hey,
but
Jack,
what have I
wait
done?
up.
Elliot?
I have to tell you that I've had a simply wonderful evening, Miss Deborah.
Oh, so have I. What a shame there aren't more nights like this one.
Look, I've been thinking. You and I, Deborah, we could go on holiday together and travel all around the world.
Oh, Bob, do you really mean it? That's the nicest proposal I've had in my whole life.
So you agree? You'll accompany me around the world?
Let me sleep on it. I want to dream about such a wonderful trip.
Whoa!
'Cause it's a sure thing your dreams are the only things private in Cheesecagoዄs.
Sorry, we were just passing.
It's not very nice listening behind closed doors, especially to a lady.
We just wanted to pick up a few tips from the great Romeo.
How dare you? You've gone too far, Elliot. Good night, Bob. I'm sorry about all this.
I don't understand how that fleabag Catone found out about our wager.
Maybe Harry the Hare shot his mouth off, Moss.
One moment, boss. Sharp nose him have idea.
What?
Okay, seems like we've got some action again. Well now, that is very peculiar. I could have sworn they were just about to make a call.
Is exactly as Sharp Nose has predicted. Telephone boss uses has been bugged.
Bugged? But that's impossible.
2 thugs that come yesterday when they
But
go
I
and talk
thought-
on telephone.
The same 2 gentlemen who had the temerity to offer me Catone's cheese shipment.
Yes, no smell something fishy from start.
We're
Sure.
gonna have to stop using that phone.
Oh, not just yet, Kevin. I've got an idea how we can get our own back on Mr. Catone. Okay, Harry, listen to me, and listen very carefully. The only dog I'm interested in for the big race is the #1 dog. You got that?
Okay, whatever you say.
Good. Now, anyone listening to that will place a bet on the #1 dog, so we must get to the stadium and tell Harry that another dog has to win.
That's a great idea, boss.
The #1 dog. Right, let's get to the racetrack and keep watch.
You staying here?
Oh, I'll stay here on the alert, just in case the phone should ring again.
Sure, Bob, sure thing.
Hello, is that the Hotel Mewington? Yeah, put me through to Mr. Catone's suite right away.
The traitor. I knew it was Bob who was in cahoots with Catone.
Don't worry, Jack. Now we can catch him and Catone at the racetrack. Yeah, hello, who's calling?
This is Camembert. Moran's gonna bet on the #2 dog. I repeat, the #2.
The #2 dog? Okay, got it.
Ha! Those gullible fools. While they're betting on the #2 dog, I shall be placing a small fortune on the #1, which would at least afford me a trip around the world.
We've reason to believe they'll try and sabotage the race today. And so, as a precautionary measure, we're gonna give you all a flea collar. Gordon?
Here you go, fellas. Don't forget to put them on before you go out on the track.
Hey, these things stink.
And look how much it weighs. I'm not sure I'll make the finish line wearing this thing.
Here we are, 10,000 bucks on the #1. Ah, thank you. I'm gonna win an absolute fortune. Oh, it's you guys. You nearly scared the cheese out of me. What are we doing in the bathroom?
You're under arrest, Bob, for collaborating with Al Catone, okay?
Catone? What, are you out of your mind?
Button your lip, Camembert. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a crooked cock.
Now then, 10,000 on number 2.
Huh?
There's been a change of plan, Harry. Number 3's got to win the race.
Number 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Moran's changed his bet.
Say, Wilson, let's follow the old hare. Come on. We still
Okay.
gotta prove if he's using the fleas or not.
10,000 bucks on 3.
Yeah.
And they're off. Number 2 has an early lead as they go into the first bend. It's still 2 leading, followed by 7, 8, and 6. They're bunching up now.
Now the fun starts.
Now 5 is taking the lead with 3 and 7 close behind. 5 is moving away on the bend with 3 trying to keep up with them.
Okay, fellas, go for number 5. A flea collar.
Watch this.
Now, wait a minute, ladies and gentlemen. Number 5 is forgetting the race. He's going after the hare.
I don't understand it.
Number 3 collides with number 5 and falls. 2's taking the lead, followed by 4.
Oh, boy, we're gonna win, Buzz.
It's number 2. No! Number 2 is falling. Number 4 is the winner.
You lost this one, Harry. You're under arrest for race fixing.
Choo, stupid collar let me down.
You blabbermouth!
Oh, I didn't say anything.
This is Bob's doing. He tricked us. Wait till I get my hands on him. Were you looking for him?
You hoodlums are under arrest for conspiracy to fix races.
I'm gonna wring that hare's scrawny old neck when I get hold of him.
Okay, Moran, why don't we talk about our little business deal?
Let's get out of here.
Running away, huh? Okay, Bill, we'll have a game of our own. Stir right! I'm telling you, Pierre, that barman at the Hotsy Duggy was real good.
Of course, but I trust my cheese cocktails are on a par with these, Monsieur Godin.
Hope you understand about the other night, Deborah. We just didn't want Bob hurting you.
No, I should apologize to you, Elliot. I behaved like a fool.
Forget about it, Deborah. It's all in the past, and it wasn't your fault. Even though Bob was a traitor, I guess he did have some good qualities.
That's true, Elliot. It has to be said the man was very charming.
Yes, and he had impeccable manners.
And he was attentive.
Yeah, and romantic and good-looking.
Okay, there's no need to go on about it.
It didn't take long for Moran and Catone to get themselves and their gangs out of jail. But by uncovering the racket down at the dog track, the Untouchables had left Moran without his main source of income. And the Cheesebury continued to be the best club in CheesecagoÄs. Whatever Gordon might have said about the drinks at the Hotsy Doggy, there's nobody mixes a cocktail quite like Pierre. So here's to the Cheesebury and, of course, the Untouchables. With the arrival of Ma Wilson, a harmless prank backfires, and the Untouchables find themselves involved in a new adventure, with fake cheese being distributed by Catone's Chinese connections. Trapped by the evil Mandarin, it's left to Gordon to enlist the aid of Charlie Lau's shoe along with Ma Wilson to save the day. Can they succeed? Will Gordon solve this Chinese puzzle, or will Elliot be turned into cheese suey? Find out in the next incredible episode of Elliot Mouse and the Untouchables.
Friends and neighbors, it's terrible news. I read it in the papers, the city